He did. I thought you finally forgot this here thing.
Susan, I forgot one other question.
I was going to on that. I think probably we can pull it up through the Zoom. I don't know how long it stays there. People watch, you can pull it.
I
I
wouldn't.
just don't know how long it's going to
Yeah, how long? And
start Christie. I think we can just pull on that date.
okay, okay. And she also asked for any other meetings since 2016.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, that we have had.
We need to talk
Wasn't
That
that going
makes a whole
on
lot
in
of
2016?
Well, I'm thinking, no,
No, wasn't that going on in 2016?
not on that.
No, right, not on that. I'll tell you that.
what? Who is?
Our turn.
Oh,
He don't give up.
what's he want now?
It's a credit regulation. No, he ain't.
So what? I don't know how long this has been last. What's our?
We can get out of this.
Your starts at 12 over there?
Yeah.
No matter where we're at here.
The rule allows school for April.
No.
How long did it start?
30 minutes top, 5 days. I don't know what all very.
Big room.
I spoke to him today.
I saw.
Back.
There is something in there that says it's gonna have 4,
Dan.
but that's what if you have.
Oh, you're
homestead,
two.
If you got a home, you'd have 4 on it. There is something there about 4.
So we ready, Scott?
Okay, so this is talking about.
He's not doing anything. I think we'll.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll go ahead and call the workshop of the Van Zandt County Commissioners Court meeting to order on Wednesday, October the 26th, 2022, 11 a.m. Quorum is established with all members of the court present, with the exception of Commissioner Pearson, is not present with us. Any public comment, Scott? This is a workshop on ARPA, the ARPA money grant works. Projects workshop. Mr. Bass?
Yes, sir. Can everyone hear me?
Okay, yeah. Wanted to make sure you, is there anything the commissioners would like to address?
Well, it's Susan. Oh, Susan, where are we at on the election?
Of course, I'm in the middle of.
I understand that, but you had, so do we need to do anything as a court or anything? Is
Well, I think Bass is
you hear that, Mr. Bass?
Unfortunately, I can't hear Susan. I don't think she has a mic. Could you repeat what Susan said?
Okay, can you hear me better?
A little bit, yeah. I'll see if I can lean in, turn my volume up.
Okay, so I said that I haven't heard from you. I thought you were going to contact me and give me some sort of a guideline on what I need to get prepared from our vendors or whoever was going to make a bid.
Yeah, so sorry, Susan. I'm still having a little trouble hearing, but you stated that reaching out to the vendors to prepare to bid. Is that correct?
No, not necessarily. I need to know what you need me to do.
Yeah, play Keith.
Yeah, that'd be great because I can hear all the commissioners pretty clear out of their
Yeah.
mics. So thanks, appreciate it.
Okay, can you hear me better?
Oh, loud and clear. Thanks so much, Susan. Appreciate it.
Okay, so the last I heard that you were going to contact me in my
Okay.
office and send me either an email, call me to let me know what you needed from our vendors that we normally deal with on
Okay.
either the bidding process or what they need to do.
Okay.
And I believe, Mr. Bath, we have, I think it was the thought process of the commissioners court that if we could get the equipment paid for through the ARPA money, but if not, then we budgeted for the equipment
Hmm.
through our 2023 budget, but
Okay.
we don't know what the towers or the radios, we don't know. I mean, right now, we don't know what we're looking at.
Right.
Far as money.
Correct. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that the voting machines would qualify. I'll double check with my team. I think I've heard of other counties doing that, but I'll double check with my team. And then Susan, I'll reach out to you today regarding giving the vendors a heads up if they aren't registered in SAM to go ahead and get registered before we go out to solicit bids from them, just to have that process underway so that that isn't a hiccup as we move forward with the solicitation. So yeah, just to repeat, I'll check out with my team to just double check. I'm pretty 90% positive that voting machines would qualify.
I think they will too. I think I've got
yeah.
some counties that have already done it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard through the grapevine other counties doing it. And then I'll send you an email regarding just the SAM stuff, Susan, today, just to, if you could forward that out to the vendors, because I don't want it to be a situation, where we're soliciting them and no one's registered in SAM and we want to make a decision, but then the same thing, just so we can have that SAM thing already moving. I mean, they might already be registered since they're, voting machine vendors. So I'm kind of thinking out loud and foreseeing that they most likely are already registered since, they're doing business with, states and cities and municipalities and most likely the federal government. So.
Okay. So I'm going to wait to hear from you.
Yeah, you'll be
we're in
hearing
the
from me
middle of
today.
an election.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's the last name?
I said, we're in the middle of a pretty big election right now. So.
Okay. Do we want to hold off on moving forward?
No,
after
send me what you need from me so I can at least get started.
Okay. Okay. I'll do that today for sure.
Okay, anything else? You have anything, Chad?
Anything William?
William, did you have anything for us?
No, just another update. I'll be meeting with Sandy tomorrow to fill out the quarterly report, the project and expenditure report. So just letting everyone know that we'll have that submitted before the deadline.
Okay, thank you.
Barry, do you need anything from William?
No, I think we're in good shape. He saw, of course, the request for quotes for the air conditioning for the dispatch center, and I guess that actually those are due next week on the 2nd.
Yep.
So we'll see what's going on there. William, I'll be reaching out as we get those proposals in.
Okay, great.
Bids in, so that you can do the SAM search on them.
Yeah, great.
But of course, we notified them of the same thing you were just talking about a few minutes ago about the registration requirement for use of the funds. So nope, I don't have anything else for William. I can give a little update on where we stand on the radio project and dispatch and all, if you'd like, Chad.
Okay.
Okay. So I think at this point we are, Harris's team is over at dispatch this week. Their factory to field folks getting some of the equipment commissioned, and looks like we're on schedule to get everything installed and tested and approved on the equipment that's being purchased with the ETCOG money to meet that November 28th deadline. So there's been a lot of movement if anyone's been over there to see what all's going on. But there's a lot of equipment that's been installed in the back room, and dispatch is getting closer to being able to move into that room sometime later this year. So lots of things going on there. Like I mentioned, the HVAC upgrade for those 3 rooms that are there. We've got a request for quotes out for that. Let's see. We are working on the RFQ, or I'm sorry, the RFP for the tower infrastructure that's part of the P25 system. And we are working through finalizing the sites with Harris. I know we got some coverage maps from Harris last week, and we're looking at those and trying to make some decisions. And also, that's kind of the meat of what's going on right now. I think in the next couple of weeks, we will see things wrapping up at the dispatch center. And I know that the county has to put together the package of all the checks and the invoices and the RFP and all to be able to submit that to the ETCOG for reimbursement. So that looks like it's all kind of coming together here in November before the deadline.
Great. Any questions for Mr. Black?
Nope.
You mentioned air conditioners. Is that coming out of the COG grant too?
No, sir, that is coming, that's gonna be out of the ARPA funds, and that's why we did it was kind of the same process that we used to kind of get a little bit of the additional electrical done over at dispatch for the radio vendors, the outlets and the grounding and the some additional cable trays up on the ceiling to accommodate all those installations. But this is out of the ARPA funds. We'll see. Chad, has anybody done a sidewalk yet? I know I talked to you about that a couple days ago. No?
Wasn't contacted me yet.
Okay. Well, the deadline for the sidewalks is today at 2:00. And then the deadline for questions is going to be today at 5:00. And we were given additional time past the sidewalks to submit questions. So proposals are due next Wednesday at 3:00. So we'll see what we get on that. We did hear from one air conditioning company out of Grand Saline that they couldn't meet the deadline. So that was the only thing we've heard so far on that. So, but this is a split unit so that it's got the control capabilities for those 3 rooms, for the different rooms can adjust their air conditioning accordingly. Keep that area back there where the radio gear is cooler probably than some of the other areas where the dispatchers are and where the supervisor office is. So.
Any other questions? Okay.
Oh, I did leave out one thing. I forgot about this. The internet service provider did provide all their information on what they might be installing on some of the towers for broadband. And so we did receive that this week. That was good. That's part of the RFP.
Which company was that?
That was Community Internet Partners, and the way is the one that provided the specifications. Their equipment's probably very similar to any internet service provider's equipment. So really what we are looking for is, what kind of loading we're going to be on those new towers so that we can make sure those towers are built properly to support not only the county's P25 radio system, but that broadband equipment and potentially additional capacity for cellular companies if we can find interest from them to lease space on these towers. So that's an optional thing, of course, but as we develop those RFPs. And William, we'll be working with you hand in hand because I know this is another big RFP, kind of like the radio system. I mean, it's smaller than that. I mean, it's still going to be a big document, but it's not going to be as large of a purchase. Of course. It's a lower dollar purchase for sure, but it's got a lot of parts and pieces. And I'm assuming this is the advertised in the newspaper and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Well,
Cool.
So that's it for me for today.
Okay. Anything from you, Mr. Bass?
No, that's all I have right now.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, I think that brings us up to date. Mr. Bass gonna get with Susan
Yep, I'll go with it.
and, okay. Okay, is there a motion to
So
adjourn?
moved.
Got a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye. We're adjourned.
Thanks, Van Zandt.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Very
Have a good day.
Thanks, Susan. I appreciate that. We need to stay on top of that and get that done.
That's what I said. It's like, if he'll email me, tell me what he needs, and we'll get what he needs from their pictures.
You ready, Tim?
Yeah.